the login authentication feature as an admin personnel. Here is my dashboard where I can keep track of things like candidate management, application builder, comprehensive AI analysis, my responses, as well as the ideal candidate profile. And so I can see things like total candidates, active applications, and recently saved applications, as well as the applications I'm collaborating on. Then if we go over here to the application builder, this is one of the main features where I can choose things like a template. And so whether I'm a summer program or a research program for master's, PhD, or high school students even, we can just drag our questions over here for different things like character traits, experiences, and skills, use templates if we need to, and then we can publish our application. And so if you look here, my saved applications, I have something called Candme front-end developer. If I go to edit that, you can see the application that I built over here. And if I need to, I can enter an email address to collaborate with another person who also has a Candme account. Now over here we have our application responses, which is we can see total responses, pending review, etc. And we can create notes for each person. We can update that, and we can see if the application is submitted, what email submitted it, what responses they had for the different positions that we have. Then we have our ideal candidate profile, which will work in conjunction with our AI analysis. The ideal candidate profile is essentially where we have a list of the traits and the education and the skills and the character trait that we want to see in an applicant. And then that works in conjunction with the AI analysis, where if we clicked on a position and we run our analysis, we can get a heat map, a thermal heat map of how the AI has basically assessed this candidate based on what we put in the ideal candidate profile. And I give a score, I'll use colors, and obviously, this applicant hasn't done very well, but it'll give percentages based on the different things that the employer is looking for. So here are the things that we're looking for in this specific application, and you can see that curve thing. And then, of course, with the admin portal, there's the applicant portal, which is a lot more simpler. And the applicant portal essentially has a profile for job positions that they can create and they can add to their Candme applications. They also have their own dashboard for things like profile management, job search, etc. And then, of course, they have their applications where they can search for jobs, Candme front-end development or whatever, and they can have their drafts saved over here. And that's really the Candme application at a glance. And it's really accessible for all different types of programs, where it's a startup, for high school students, etc.